If you're watching this live, I'm starting pretty early, so most of you are probably not up yet. But if you're watching this live, give me a 1 in the comments. If you're watching this on a replay, give me a 3. We're having a huge issue with a lot of social media, and you might be having it too. We're getting a lot of shadow blocking, so if there's anything you can do to help support us, we'd appreciate it. Sharing this, comment, liking. Most of the comments I get to reply to myself. Sometimes my team get involved, but I definitely reply to as much of them as possible. Marketing. So today we want to talk about marketing. I remember years ago when I got into the speaking industry, I was curious as to what made some people really successful and what made other people not so successful. So I joined this group, and I asked the lady who had been in this group for quite a while, I said, what makes the difference between those who are successful at this and those who are not successful at this? And what she said stuck with me from day one, and it's something that I focus on very, very heavily till this day. And she said this: those who make it, market. Let me repeat that. Those who make it, market. So if you want to make it in your business as an entrepreneur, then you have to learn how to market. But what really is marketing? There's so many different definitions and ways of people looking at what marketing is. So I'm going to share with you what marketing is, and this just makes so much sense, I believe. All right, so I want you to think about the acronym APPS. A-P-P-S. APPS. I'm running out of ink. Let me do this a little better. APPS. Let's see if that's even better. Not much better. There we go. APPS equals marketing. APPS equals marketing. So what is APPS? So let's talk about APPS. I'll give you a little scenario. You may be aware of my Jet Mastermind program. This is where you have the opportunity to come with me. I take you in the jet. We leave from Central Florida and we go to Sandals Resorts in the Bahamas. All right, so let's say we start off with the first A, all right, or the first letter in our acronym, and that is advertising. Advertising. All right, that's the first acronym. Advertising. So I'm going to make a post and advertise on social media that if you want to spend the day with Gary and learn from him and his team about marketing and your business and how to take 1 year's worth of your coaching salary and condense it and make 1 year's worth of salary in 1 day or 1 month, we're going to advertise that. So we advertise. Now, the next thing is the P. What is the P? Well, here's what's interesting. On one of our mastermind trips that I did in the Bahamas, we're doing all of our coaching. We jump in the jet, and we fly back at night. We're at 30,000 feet. I'm in the cockpit, and all of a sudden, I see this amazing light through the sky. It's like a meteorite. And all of a sudden, I see this and this orange bright light going up in the sky, and it was SpaceX, Elon Musk's SpaceX, and we got to catch it at 30,000 feet at night. It was so cool. So let's say I took a video of that, and then when I landed the next day, I reached out to the local media to let them know what it's like to be in this, I could make it up like this, what's it like to be in space with SpaceX, right? Even though we're not totally in space, we're at 30,000 feet. So let's say I put that out to the media and they do a story about success coach sees SpaceX in space. All right, so that P is publicity. Publicity. So let's say that TV station does a story on that. So the TV station comes out and they're interviewing me beside the jet. I'm looking for another pen here. They're interviewing me beside the jet and we're talking about it. And, you know, we're talking about Elon Musk's SpaceX going up. So that's publicity. Now let's say that Elon Musk happens to see the story. So he reaches out to us, or he tweets it or X's it or whatever, and he puts it out. Now that P could be considered public relations. Public relations. Also publicity as well, all right? Now we've got advertising. We haven't got to marketing yet, or have we? We'll talk about that a little further. So we've got the advertising, which we advertise for people to come spend the day with me and be coached by me, take their business to another level, come in the jet, go to Sandals Resorts, go to the Bahamas. And then we made some publicity out of watching SpaceX go up. So we went out to the media. And by the way, most people are not taking advantage of how to learn to work with the media. I've been doing media for over 30 years. NBC alone has spent over $1 million producing my TV segments. Dr. Phil has produced my TV shows and spent over $1 million producing my TV shows on his show, The Doctors. And it's created millions of dollars in business for me. And not to mention, it puts you out globally. I mean, I have people calling from all over the world that sees what I've done on TV that goes on YouTube, because everything on TV goes on the internet. So it's a double whammy for your money, but not everything on the internet goes on TV. So now we've got publicity, lots of publicity. Remember, that's going to get you attention. Money follows attention. If nobody knows you're out there, money can't follow that, because nobody knows you're out there to invest in your products or services. So now we got the public relations. We got Elon Musk to talk about it. What's the next thing? All of this now brings you the S in the APPS acronym. It brings you sales. The next thing is, where does marketing come in? Here's the beauty of it. This is what marketing is. Marketing is all of this. That's marketing. All of this is marketing. Remember, APPS. You need advertising, publicity, public relations, and sales. And now you have a marketing campaign. When you master all of this, you can take your business to a whole nother level. And I think when I work with small companies, billion-dollar companies, but more so the smaller companies doing less than, say, maybe $50, $20 million, or even less than $1 million, they're not thinking big enough, because we think we have to have a massive budget to do this. It doesn't take a massive budget for me to take my phone out and get a video of SpaceX going through the cockpit while I'm watching it up to 30,000 feet. And then I take that video and I send it out to the media. That does not cost a lot of money. It's the knowledge. It's learning now. That's what you got to do. You got to learn this stuff. So ultimately, you can pay for not knowing, or you can hang with me on my mastermind and pay for knowing and get your business to another level. All right, so there you go. APPS, advertising, publicity, public relations, and sales. APPS equals marketing. All right, hope you've enjoyed this. And type the word APPS in the comment below. Type the word apps, and if you really want to get it in your head, type apps and then advertising, publicity, public relations, and sales. Know those four things. All four of those things are equaling to your marketing. And remember, if you don't market, you don't what? You don't make it. All right, I'm out of here. Between now and the next time we get to chat, you know what to do. And if you don't, you will now. Don't let others rent space in your head. See ya. I'm out of here.